Functions declared as payable are able to receive Ether when the function is called. For example, let's say that we have an external function, external, and then it is declared as payable. Okay, I'll call this def, let's call this deposit. What this means is that whoever calls this function can also send Ether. If this function was not declared as payable, and if you try to call it and also send Ether, then the function will fail. However, by declaring it as payable, we're saying that this function is allowed to receive Ether. Okay, to make it a little bit more interesting, let's create an event and then emit inside this deposit. Say event, I'll call this deposit. And for the event, let's log sender. This will be, let's put this as indexed, address, and also the amount of Ether that was sent, amount, uint 256. And then inside here, let's log deposit. The sender will be message.sender, and the amount that was sent is stored in a global variable called message.value. This will be the amount of Ether that was sent. Okay, before we call this function, I want to show you another thing, how to check the balance of a smart contract. So say external. Since we're checking the state of a smart contract, this function cannot be pure. It must be view. And I'll call this def get balance. And it's going to return the balance of Ether locked inside the smart contract. Okay, so say return. And to get the amount of Ether that is stored in this contract, what we need to call is self.balance. Okay, let's try compiling the contract. Okay, the contract compiled. Let's deploy the contract now. And then let's call the functions. First, if we call the function getBalance, we expect the amount of Ether that is locked inside this contract to be 0. Okay, and it is. Next, let's call the function deposit. We're going to send some Ether, so I'm going to scroll back up. And inside Remix, if you want to send Ether while also calling a function, you would put the value, the amount of Ether that you want to send, over here. For example, you can put in 1, and this will send 1. And if you want to send 1 Ether, then you select 1 Ether. Now, it's a little bit confusing, but Ether also refers to a unit. Ether will be 10 to the 18. So if you wanted to send 1 Ether, you're actually sending 10 to the 18. Okay, to show you this, let's first send one way, and then you'll call the function deposit, check the transaction logs, open the transaction details, and then look for the logs. And over here, you can see that the event deposit was logged. The sender is this address, and for the amount 1. Next, I'm going to send 1 Ether. 1 Ether. And then call the function deposit again. And this time, let's check the transaction log again. Okay, and the event again is deposit. The sender is this address. And notice the amount that was sent is 1 followed by a lot of zeros. You can check for yourself that this has 18 zeros. Next, let's check the balance. So, call the function getBalance again. And we have the amount of token locked inside this contract is 1 Ether plus 1.